prompts. If you need me to controversialize anything, I'm here.
Yeah, do it. We're always down for that.
We always there is already controversy surrounding this week.
This week?
Yeah,
just for school.
People. Oh no, not like me personally, but with the whole concept of
but now they have. Well, we can talk about it.
We're going to talk about it.
Receptionist week and all that now. So
everybody has their own thing. Don't conglomerate. Anyway,
exactly.
Anyway, they just want it to be like tight. Okay,
appreciate everybody.
Yeah,
we do.
We love us.
This is just different time.
Just us.
Don't. Today. You're already trying to dilute our profession profoundly,
right? Now you're not even going to give us a fucking week.
Okay,
we're going to leave it. Okay, ready?
It.
All right.
Like
wrap it up.
Fucking shut up. Julia says.
All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Vet Tech Nerd Party. Cheers. We have in honor of Tech Appreciation Week, we have our glitzer spritzer. Is that what we came up with?
That's what we came up with.
Perfect. It works. It works.
It is glittery.
It is. I don't know if it's picking up on camera. That's why we all have different colors, because we use different color glitter and all of it. It's been a minute. We haven't released episodes in a little bit, in a hot minute.
It happens.
Time needed.
Yeah.
I've been busy.
Erin clearly has Taylor Swift stuff going on right now.
Oh, God.
But we thought we had to record for...
Can we mute her for a little bit?
Erin?
That, maybe.
Why?
Like a big blur right here.
Oh.
Or like...
Sorry, Swift.
For advertising purposes.
Oh,
we
my
can't
God.
have this on here.
Right? Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's fine.
It's promotion.
It's fine. Promotion for everybody. But we thought we would record just this week for Vet Tech Appreciation Week, just because we appreciate each other, ourselves,
we appreciate yourself.
and all the vet techs out there.
Absolutely.
What are you guys doing for Tech Week? Anything fun?
I
know Jen's loading everybody up with gifts. That's
yes,
a given.
I'm a gift giver. That's my love language. So giving people things, surprises for people.
I have some treats, I think.
That are no longer surprises.
Right. Now everybody knows.
Right. Oops.
But honestly, I can't afford to bring gifts for all my students, so they're getting treats. Like they'll get some donuts,
Rice Krispies treats,
exactly.
and
I'm bringing treats to class. I mean, they're not techs yet, but they're trying to be. So I want to award them for trying. Hard work to get here.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
I should probably do that.
That's why we appreciate it.
You guys just put the bar up a little bit.
Well, they aren't techs yet.
I know.
You'd be like, look, you can appreciate techs when you're licensed.
Yeah.
Okay?
So how about what you guys
Mini presents.
appreciate me? Let's
They
see
should
what
be
that's what they should
bringing
be
you
doing.
stuff.
They should be bringing you
That's
stuff.
exactly
I
what
have a
should
text
happen.
chain with them. We're gonna.
Well, because you guys we could all double down, because we can go for Tech Appreciation Week and we can go for Teacher Appreciation
Yes.
Week.
Oh yeah.
So I feel
oh
like
my gosh, we get 2 weeks.
we do get 2 weeks.
Are they? They're not the same week though, right?
No.
we're
So
gonna
we can
spread.
do
We're gonna
2.
spread that.
Okay.
shit
Yeah.
out.
Oh yeah. No.
Needs to
We're gonna.
happen.
We should just come up with 52 things that we all collectively do, and
52 weeks of the year. Please bestow upon me.
Bring me stuff.
your
I
gifts
want
and
it all.
tidings.
That's so funny.
before we started recording, we had to start recording because we were going off on tangents before we even hit
Already.
record already.
Which is the usual.
What is the beef with Tech Week? That you guys, what are the rumors you've heard?
It kind of gained some traction on social media. I think I was kind of looking at it like last year and the year before, where people were like, poo-pooing Vet Tech Appreciation Week because they felt like it discounted other vet tech
Levels,
staff, or
right.
not vet,
Other
not
staff.
vet,
Right,
other
right,
staff
yeah.
members while they
Okay.
were celebrating single roles. And there was people that were like super negative on social media about it, and like pretty big organizations were kind of behind it,
Really?
which bummed me out because
Yeah.
I think that like everybody deserves a little spot in the sun. you
Yeah.
know? And I think that when people, so now it's mixed with controversy, like do we do it or do we mush everything in together? But then that kind of dilutes the whole point of the work and the hours and the
Education
blood,
and
sweat, and
yes.
tears
Right.
in the school that went into achieving veterinary technician title and license. And I think
Right.
that
Those
it's,
letters.
we worked hard for it. So I always, and I'm like, I like celebrating birthdays and I like holidays.
Yeah.
So I like that. There's a lot of people that's not their gig. Like celebrating things isn't what they want to do. They don't want to be recognized. They don't want to be, highlighted, and that's okay. But I think that being able to recognize and honor the work that went into this role, I think it's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm the first one
totally.
to be like, yeah, I'll celebrate you, darn it.
And then now I do feel like there is reception week.
Yeah.
There is,
Yes.
there is even a veterinary assistant week. I
Yes.
don't know if that's new or not.
It might
maybe the
have
last,
been
like,
a
few years
byproduct
ago
from
of
the
that. I
yeah,
think so.
there's doctor
Yeah.
appreciation,
Right.
week, boss like why can't we have our own?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's
like,
not
we don't celebrate
selfish.
everybody.
No,
but
because
it's not
everybody's
your
got
turn this
one.
time.
And it sounds really bad, but I think a lot of people don't understand the amount of work that we do for the little pay that we get.
Yes.
Right? So I feel like we should fucking get
Inversely
2 weeks.
I do feel like
Like-
that is another controversial thing that I have seen more, and I will say I have felt this more, like when maybe a business puts a lot of effort into celebrating techs,
Yeah.
which is great, right? Like you could do more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Celebrating
And-
techs means a raise. Like,
Yeah.
you know
And
what I mean?
like not
that's
just not just this
not
one
just
week,
food.
but it just shows,
Right.
that you really do appreciate it. So let's put it, if possible, let's
Right.
put it into that monetary, like,
Right.
Right.
Or equipment even. Or
An
Yeah.
extra day vacation.
Yeah.
Well, because like I was
Yeah.
thinking,
Yeah.
like today earlier when I was getting ready for this, I was thinking, what would I really want my hospital to do to show that they appreciate me? And it
Let
sounds
me
really
out on
bad.
time.
I honestly was,
Let me out on time.
yeah, I mean, but I went to, my first thing that I went to was adequate staffing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that,
That's
I mean,
interesting.
Yeah.
like,
so true, though.
like I love the gift card. 5 seconds later, my Starbucks is gone.
Right.
Your $5 gift card didn't even cover one drink. Thank you for the gift card. Didn't
Right.
cover one drink.
Right.
But I understand,
And
right?
your
Like if you're
lunch,
doing
great, thank you so much, but I don't need you to order me pizza.
right,
You know what I
and
mean?
like I do love a good meal, but like we used to have Fat Girl Fridays, and that was our jam. Like we
Right.
would just everybody would bring something, and we would almost do like a
Oh my
potluck
God,
on
I love
Fridays.
that.
Yeah.
And I mean, there were days like if we didn't bring
So wait,
food.
G was part of the Fat Girl Friday?
Yes, G was part of Fat Girl
Was he,
Friday.
like, the Fat Girl.
He was the fat girl of the Fridays, but it
hope
was
he heard
so it was so much fun because it was like everybody could bring their own stuff, and if we didn't, we would like DoorDash McDonald's at 10. Then at 1 we would DoorDash something else offensively
And that
gross
was
vetting.
weekly, right?
Every week.
So like it's not real special for Tech Week.
Right.
When you do that.
No, but
I
it was
think-
just like, but I appreciated that.
Yes.
We like weekly, right? That like we kind of had our moment to
that you're
like,
special.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, and
I
just
think
do
that
something.
I'm struggling a little bit with the like I wish it were something else, because having been put in charge of rewarding techs,
Yeah.
That would be so hard.
I was really reluctant to decide what to do. I had a shorter amount of time that would have been ideal. I wasn't paying attention, and all of a sudden it was here. So putting things together for people, and I saw a couple Instagram posts where one in particular, it's like point of view. You're a manager that's just
Oh, I
put
saw that.
together.
That was
like,
just
On
that
your
was
own
yesterday.
money.
with
Yeah.
your own
I
money,
saw
with
that
putting
one.
I
gifts
saw
together
that.
for technicians, and then you hide behind the door to listen to reactions, and all you hear is like, well, why can't they just give us a raise, or this is
Right.
bullshit, we don't blah blah blah. And I felt very convicted by that, because
Yeah.
sometimes I wish I had the control to raise pay or give time off,
Right.
or
I don't
Right.
think that's directed at you.
no,
but,
no,
like,
not
someone like
specifically,
that,
but I wish
yeah.
that was, I mean,
Yeah.
in all reality, when is it,
Like what's enough?
what's feasible
Right.
for them to do?
Well, and that's why I was saying, like, you know, with like the $5 gift card, if you have 10 or 15 texts in the back and you're doing something every day, you're talking, you know, hundreds and hundreds
Yeah,
of dollars
yeah,
that you're spending, right? Or ordering lunch. If you just order it for the text, do you order it for everybody else
Right.
that works there, right? So that way it's not
Right.
causing
controversy.
animosity.
And
But now
also,
you're
how
talking
can you
almost
really-
potentially thousands of dollars on
Yeah.
food every day, right?
Did your hospitals do that? Did they include everybody, or
Yes.
was it?
Yeah. It would depend. Like if we got like an edible arrangement, it would go in the
That's
back
pretty
and we
cool.
would eat it,
Yeah.
and then everybody
And I
ate
feel like
it.
how can you not like, oh, this pizza's not for you?
Oh, right.
no, you can't exclude
No,
people.
yeah,
Right.
That's crazy.
Like, like you can't sit with us because it's tech
Right.
week, right?
Right.
Like
That's crazy.
you
If that's
can't.
if that's the hospital you work at, you should leave.
But
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
I'm such a fan of like I know I like love arts and crafts. So I even feel like I love your headband. So I even feel like if someone like
Thank you for commenting on my tomboy.
I
appearance
do,
today.
but you look so cute though. But like even if someone like you can make them for so cheap, right? Like it's
Yeah.
not like you have to spend I think thought like that goes behind it, right? Or just
and I think
telling
that's
that they,
the moral of the story is the
Yeah.
thought that we want to celebrate you, however we have the capacity to.
Yeah.
Now, I know that there are times when they do have the capacity to celebrate with different or more beneficial
Yeah.
rewards.
or even like a cute stethoscope charm.
Yeah.
They're like $5-10 each, right? Like it doesn't
you
have
can
to
definitely
be.
celebrate affordably.
Yeah.
I also think it would probably be differently received if it wasn't just that 1 week, right?
Right.
Like if you appreciated your text all
Often.
year,
Yeah.
and said, hey, I know you guys worked really, really hard the last 3 weeks. So this week we're like scheduling light where everyone's going to get out on time. Like you
Right.
made an effort. I think Tech Week would be, oh, look, they got us lunch. Fantastic. But it's not
Right.
just like such a different.
Right.
Where it's like you feel like you're
Only
almost
this
like
week,
never
yeah.
appreciated,
Yeah,
and then
and
all of a
so,
sudden it's like
here's
we'll be
your
nice
pizza.
to you for
It's
1
a
week.
national thing, and then you get recognized. So
That's-
I mean, I
yeah.
think that
Yeah.
creates animosity in the whole
And that comes with the
idea
Yeah.
of celebrating a profession.
Yeah.
If you're not celebrated or respected
Right.
or
And that is the hospital mentality.
Appreciated.
For sure.
You know,
Absolutely.
depending on where you work,
Uh-huh.
it could be different.
Right. I mean, because we were really lucky where, like, if it was really hot, I mean, it was typically really hot in the summer where we were. And if we had a slower day or if there was like we were on a 2-lane road. So if there were accidents and stuff, it would close access to and from the canyon. So we would not be able to see anything. But we like had a stash of water balloons that we kept in the back.
Or something fun. Yeah.
You know, and it was like if we had an hour where like we were
Yes.
like, let's go outside and have a water balloon fight. Like,
Right.
we would have bounce houses on people's birthdays in the parking lot. We would
my
but just
gosh.
stuff to like keep the morale up, stuff for
Yeah.
us to be able to have fun or something to like look forward to going to work to
And
do.
that,
Well, that
like,
points
has
to the-
do with
the
with
bigger
whole,
picture.
exactly,
Right.
with the
You know?
management, the way
Yeah.
that like to have that morality,
And I think
there,
like
the morale,
right, and I think
Holy
like every
crap.
position and every job that everybody has, they like want to feel appreciated.
yeah.
I think not. Whoops, sorry, I just dropped my mouse. Not that we like deserve it more than other people.
No.
Because everybody, obviously, especially in veterinary medicine, deserves appreciation. But I think it goes a long way when you're understaffed,
Yeah.
overworked, burnt out mentally, physically. You're exhausted. The workload is heavy, and it just
For me, like I mean, obviously this had to do with probably like my own mental space too, but it always felt like it was just like, we have to do this.
Yeah,
because
forced.
it's
Yeah.
Tech Week. So, hey,
Here you go.
Hey, go upstairs and get your food and then come back down and work for 20 hours. Right? Like that's kind of the mentality that I've experienced.
or they buy you
Which
lunch
is-
and then they don't give you time to take
Actually-
to
Oh,
eat
yeah.
your lunch.
Uh-huh.
Which is good reason for there to be some cloudiness over the whole celebration
Right,
of it.
right.
But I think that there's, and I mentioned that like there's going to be somebody or something that controversializes anything.
Right. Correct.
So I mean,
But I still want to celebrate it for my coworker. Like
Yeah.
I still want to celebrate it because
Yeah.
I appreciate
The work
the other
they've done.
techs, right? So I think it's still important to recognize it
Absolutely.
for sure.
Do you guys think that video was real? That she
Which
posted
one?
about the staff talking
She
shit
said
on
it
the
was a
president?
real
But it wasn't
story.
from hers,
Based
yeah,
on-
but it was
true
based
story,
Based on
she
true
said,
story.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
could see it
I
happening.
could absolutely see that.
Oh, I could.
Because even like you probably, not that you like, I mean, you did take it personally, not that that's a bad thing,
right.
but like,
well, I just thought of it like,
Right,
how is
right,
this going to
right.
go over? And I was even asking.
because I could imagine putting all that effort and you're like, I only had $100 budget and I still put 100, you know, like,
Right.
all this effort.
Well, and
into
that's
it, you
another
don't
thing,
appreciate
right?
it, right? Like that's the other thing.
So-
time,
Opposite,
you know,
yeah.
if thinking of those people.
I think that would be a hard pill for me to. So when we were privately owned, I mean, we were a very, very successful practice. So I feel like if I knew, like, okay, that maybe only costs you like $100 total for the week,
Yeah.
I would be sorry.
Well,
I would be a little disappointed because I know what we're making monthly. I know
Yeah.
what we're making weekly.
It's
I know what we're grossing at the end of the year, right?
yeah.
So, but is it a thoughtful $100 spent, or does
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
feel like they're just throwing something at you
Right.
just to like give you something? But where I kind of like got beefed up with it was when we had corporate takeover, and you know their pockets are, granted, yes, they have a million techs at a million hospitals, but their pockets are so deep, and they're, at least the corporate we worked with, they were cutting costs at every flipping
And
corner.
that was the first thing to go.
Yeah. And it's like, well, then there goes any type of like lunches or appreciation or this or that. And then they were understaffing us on top of it.
So it just was like,
So-
hey, happy Tech Week. F you.
Yeah. You would like get a text and they'd be like, Happy Tech Week.
You have
And
the
we were like,
opportunity to buy a discounted subscription.
right. They'd be like, oh, you can get discounted vaccines this week. And we were like,
something
cool.
that.
oh, okay. Like,
so much.
great. Thank you so much. But I didn't even realize there was like a whole controversy with it until you said something starting. I was like, wait, but I guess it makes sense,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Just
it's
value
kind of-
everybody.
it's like the pendulum. Like it's going to ebb and flow.
Yeah.
People are going to understand it and be behind it. And then people are going to get frustrated. And the people that are frustrated are coming from a place where they deserve the voice to be frustrated.
Right.
And say, well, tech week shouldn't just be a week, or tech week shouldn't just be like fluff rewards, you know.
What is
And-
it like
and
with
that
Mother's
makes
Day, right? They're like,
sense.
Mother's Day should be every day,
Right,
right? Because like
right.
you should appreciate your mom
Right.
every day.
Right.
And I mean, I like that was National Sons Day, and I was like, oh, I love my boys today and every day. But like, that's what you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever you have
today
one
and
of
every.
those
Well, like,
exclamation,
happy
yeah.
birthday today and the rest of the days too.
Right.
Right.
Like, have a good cycle around the sun.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be right. Like every day, happy birthday.
Every day is your
I
birthday.
feel like they could reframe it to be like Tech Public Education Week or something. Like I know that doesn't sound
Yeah.
sexy or anything like that.
Yeah, that doesn't
but,
sound very fun.
But like almost like flip it to be like we appreciate our techs all the time, but now
Right.
we're going to educate the public on
Of
why
what they
we
are.
On why.
Because the
Are what
role
they
is
do.
So I actually read an
misunderstood
interesting
as far as what
fact
we are.
that said, what was the fact now? I'm like fumbling, but I'm trying to remember. It was like 70% of the hands-on treatments being done in a clinic are being done by technicians.
oh yeah.
Which I thought
like
I thought it would
70%
be
lower.
high. I thought
Yeah.
the number would be much higher. But I mean, think about it. I mean, at our clinic, our doctors were like surgerizing, and that was it,
They were not
right?
doing treatments.
They were not doing
No,
treatments.
never.
No, you're not getting them back there to do anal glands vaccines. I was like pro. My one thing that I like love to do was infuse anal glands because I could always
God.
get
Find
our
it.
little cannula tip in there, and I like never struggled, and I would watch everybody struggle to do it, and I felt like I could always just walk over and like pop it right in, and
Had
so
the
then
right touch.
yeah, apparently.
Yikes.
Finesse those anal glands,
Yeah.
Mallory.
But like,
We're just gonna leave it at that.
yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
But I mean, think about it, like X-rays, prepping. I mean, there was another cute video that I saw this week that one of the girls did, and it was like, "Hi, I'm so and so, the vet tech. I ran pre-anesthetic lab work. I
Oh,
put in
I'm
a
the
catheter."
doctor.
And she's like literally putting her lip gloss on and goes, "Hi, I'm Dr. So-and-so." And then the next one's like, "And I did this and did that." And then
I
she's
showed
like,
one of those to my tech student.
"Yeah."
Did you?
And the next one,
Yeah.
she's like like
Really
laying on the
funny.
floor with her dog cuddling. And it was like,
Oh,
"Hi, I'm
yes.
And then it just
And
cut
they
her
cut
off
her
there
off,
and it went
yeah.
back to the tech. Like,
Yeah.
Because
But-
it's true.
yeah.
Like the doctors, and as
As they should.
it should.
Yeah.
because that is
Yeah.
how the
That is
team works.
why
Like they
we
can
are-
diagnose, we treat.
We
them,
treat.
and
Yeah.
that is how we see the number of pets. Like the more number,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I that's what I love about being a tech is I love the hands-on with the animals, right? Because like so much of what they're doing is, yeah, they're figuring out the problem and looking at diagnostics and stuff, but like a lot of time is spent with client communication.
And not nursing.
Right.
Well, that's
right.
somebody-
And that's why
I
I was
think
like, no, thank you. Like, I don't want to
Yeah.
talk to clients all day long. I
No.
want to
Yeah.
be doing
I think I
touch
all
mentioned
the fun
it in another
things, yeah.
podcast where somebody was like, "Well, why aren't okay? When are you going to go on and become a vet?" And I was like, "Well, that's not really
My jam.
My jam. I don't want to do that." And I like, long story short, was that at the end of the day, the way that my career unfolded with multiple facets, when I land in veterinary technician role, I get to do all the nursing care, and the
Right.
nursing care is the creature care.
Right.
So I
Right.
don't have to be doing prognosing and diagnostics and treatment
Right.
plans because I'm executing and
I always
being with the creature.
I always tell the students, I'm like, I think I just had that nursing lecture or something like that. But I'm like, I love that I get to know, like, hey, you look a little bit more depressed than you
Yeah.
did yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then, yes, but then, of course,
And
going
reading
to the
their
vet-
body language.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love
and like
being
I
able to
not
do
that we know them better than the doctors, but sometimes
But
I
we do
honestly feel
because
like we
they're-
do.
We're spending the time, like,
Right.
the doctors are in the office doing the doctor things, which
Right.
they get all the big bucks for. Not really, but yes, they get. And we're with the patient, and
Or,
that's
like,
why
I put in a
we're
catheter
expected to
yesterday.
have
You tried to bite
attention
my face
detail.
off. I got near you today, and you let me flush your catheter. You let me pull blood. You let me. Oh crap!
Yeah, something.
Like something.
Or vice versa.
or
You're
vice
like,
versa,
oh,
right?
You
Oh,
beat
you're
me
trying to
today,
kill me
hooray.
today. Oh,
Perfect.
Time for your catheter to come
Yeah,
out.
you get to go home, but
Yeah.
it's like you kind of watch the evolution of their care and the evolution of either the disease or the getting better, and that's what I
And
love.
I think depending on your doctor, like for me, our doctors dependent on us to tell them. They
Yeah.
have too many patients to be able to individually say,
Yeah.
is this one really doing better, without the tech saying, hey, this is what I'm noticing in this treatment and this
Right,
treatment.
right.
Like,
And that's
they
the
would
perfect-
ask you, yeah,
that's the
do you think
perfect
they can go
spot
home
for a
today?
role.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can go home today. Like,
Yeah.
that is like a conversation I had all the time.
Yeah.
'Cause
They would be
typically-
asking me, can they do that?
Right.
Typically, the
Yeah.
doctors would, see each patient on rounds, and then the tech
Go see other patients.
Yeah. So then the tech's in charge of kind of monitoring the quality, plus or minus good or bad, and be able to alert the doctor to any changes. And that's where the old, like, what makes a good technician?
Right.
Yeah.
Like attention to detail.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, so we'll go into this in a minute because I want to know the cases that made you guys feel like, or the moment that made you feel like, holy shit, I'm a tech, I'm doing this. Like, this is,
Oh
Oh,
God.
no.
because I feel like I had one. I had a moment where I was like, oh my God, like, when you kind of go from like
This is
baby tech
real.
to like real tech and you're
Right.
like, oh my gosh, like I'm doing this. We had like a lead tech essentially. We had lost our manager, so our lead tech went up to management. So then there were just two, kind of like me and another girl who was like a pretty seasoned assistant. At that point, we weren't licensed. And we were both in school to get licensed, so we weren't going to hire a licensed tech because we were like on our way and our manager was an RVT, so we were like, whatever. But they had both gone out of town and it was just me with like other assistants,
But still,
everybody was kind of like
yeah.
younger
You were the
than me,
senior.
newer, right? I was
You
the
were
senior. And we had a ton of emergencies. The day was supposed to be total chaos and it actually went really smoothly. And when everybody came back, it was like, oh, hey, Mallory. And I was like, cool. So like, even with everybody else here, like I still am now
Still
being
this
relied
person.
on. I'm now kind of like the go-to person.
What was your time to like establish your
Yeah, and
leadership on your own? Which, I mean,
Yeah.
what a great opportunity. Probably scary as shit. But
Yeah, but I was like, oh my God, like what am I going to do without like this girl Brie and I were like attached at the hip because we just worked so well together that her and I could do anything. So then it was like to take her out of the equation, have the manager out of the office, and have like, I think it was like 10 days where it was like, okay,
Wow.
you need to like do this. And it worked. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, like I'm teching, I'm doing it. Like
it's real.
yeah. And like we were having emergencies coming in and I wasn't panicking. I was like, okay, cool. Like someone's got to go to get a dog for a blood transfusion. All right. Well, I guess I'll start, getting a catheter in the rattlesnake bite to get the antivenom going, I guess. And it just
clicked.
It just-
yeah,
yeah.
and it just clicked. And I just remember thinking, this is so freaking cool. Or like the first surgery I scrubbed in for. And I got to hold, I mean, my fingers cramped, but when I had to hold the intestines when we did a resection and just
Yeah.
being like, this is so fucking cool. I'm like scrubbed in, holding organs.
Yeah.
Like, I love this. Like, this is.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any big moments or things you felt like that really like, where you just felt
Similar
like,
to
holy crap,
yours.
I'm doing this?
Like in the sense of, I worked at a GP as like an assistant, and then I moved to surgery as an assistant, but there they scrubbed in.
Yeah.
And it was the first thoracotomy I had scrubbed
Ooh.
into. So I saw the heart, I
Yes.
saw the lungs. My doctor's like, hold this right here. And I was like, I literally asked him, I remember being like, am I okay to do this? And he's like, you're fine. Like, get over it.
Yeah,
Like,
just
you
go
gotta
do it.
this.
Am I fine?
And
We
I'm
don't
like,
have time for your being in awe.
and
Yeah.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
And then I was
she
there
was
for like,
hooked.
and then I was hooked. And then I was there as a tech for a little bit, but at that facility I was a baby tech.
Right.
So then when I moved to Lexington, I was the only surgery tech. So I had to
Oh.
jump from baby tech to only surgery tech,
Okay.
which really was scary, but it gave me tons of confidence because then I was like, oh, I have to do this PRAA by myself. Okay. Like
Yeah.
the anesthesia and stuff is like, it's all on me.
the acronym.
Persistent right aortic arch surgery. It's a heart surgery for
Oh my
very
God.
tiny little babies that have a aortic arch that hasn't closed up. So the doctor has to close up their aortic arch,
Absolutely not.
and you have to be
Julia's like, no fucking way.
No
breathing for
way.
them the entire
No.
surgery. It was terrifying, and I did it, and I was like, okay,
Yeah, you did.
I can do this.
Yeah, you
Okay.
did. That's
So it was
Erin.
scary, but it was
She's
like
my
it was
God.
great.
God.
And then I still continue to say like, oh, I need an adult, and they're like, you're the adult.
Yeah.
Right. I need someone. You are the someone.
Yeah.
Like literally, they're like, "It's you," and I'm like,
No.
"Oh, where's the doctor?"
Adulting is hard.
I felt like that happened with me once I got licensed. Like, I was so comfortable being unlicensed.
Right, and then
Right?
all of a sudden
Like,
have
I
the
had my
thing every day.
routines. I knew where I was, where I was supposed to be going. I knew our flow of everything. And then you literally walk into work the next day and they're like, all right, let's go. And even though I'd been calculating and pulling up drugs forever, even though I'd been monitoring anesthesia forever, I'd watched thousands and thousands of patients being induced. But then it's like all of a sudden, then that's when my imposter syndrome kicked in. And I was like, do I know all the things? Do I know how to do this? And they're like, you've intubated fucking 20,000 animals. Like,
But then
you're fine. But you're like,
You brought up a huge concept of imposter syndrome. It's like huge.
That could be a whole podcast.
It could be.
I think that should be a whole.
We should do one.
Yeah,
we'll do one
let's
next
do it.
time.
Put a pin in it.
What was your moment, Julia?
I was like thinking, I think you can tell like my blank face when you guys were talking.
The pondering in the background.
I think it definitely wasn't GP just because like I just don't vibe in GP. Like I feel like I just not that I know I'm
No shade.
I feel like I'm not like a good I know I'm a good tech, but I feel like when I'm in GP, I feel like I just feel okay, and that's just me.
Yeah.
But like when I think it was when I went to the shelter and I probably got like my first student. It was like I forget what school it was. I want to say Stanbridge. And I'm still friends with her today. Like she, for some reason, like we just clicked like personality wise, like, but she was so passionate, like she was so fun. And like, I mean, I was like giving her my all. I was like doing all these things. Like we went in surgery, like I was like having her like poke things, like blah, blah, blah. And, she left. When she left, she like took her test right away. She freaking nailed it. Like she nailed it. And then, 2 years later, she is now she's like a head tech at the cardiologist down in, LA.
Oh, nice.
Like she freaking like, and of course it's absolutely up to her, but like I'm like I had like I had some sort of part of that.
Yes,
of course.
And she always like when I left the shelter, she was like, you were like the best part about that place. Like so for me, like even though it had really nothing, I think of course it had to do with my skills and stuff, but I think it was more like my passion for her that like like the
what was the whole mentorship and
thing.
Pushing forward somebody
and then
into a career that now they excel at. That was your core foundation that you provided her.
And even it was just like, oh yeah, this is how you hit a vein, like this is how we do 40 animals in a day. So yeah, it's a little part of it, but I'm like,
I think more than a little
part so that part I was just like, oh okay, I can do this.
Yeah I think too, like when one of our doctors, I like went to ask her a question and she answered, and then I responded with like, oh, well, is that because of X, Y, and Z? And she was like, you're smart enough to know this. She's like, you're so smart. And I was like, did a doctor just call me smart? I was like, oh my God.
And the doctor's like, why aren't you a doctor?
Right.
I'm like, oh.
Or they're like, you know the answer to that. You're like, oh, I do know thank you.
I love when they ask me, they're like, hey, like
what would you do? Right.
You're like, one doc, she's like, so what is your doses for this? Like, how do you do this? And I'm like,
let me get in there real quick.
Hold on, let me tell you.
That was also part of it in Lexington is we had interns that had just graduated vet school. And even still to this day, I'll get a text sometime be like, hey, I have this anesthesia case. Like, what would you do for this?
But I think that goes back to...
You're a doctor.
That goes back to where you were missing... R.I.P. Erin for that episode.
Oh, okay.
But like it goes back to that mentorship where like it's okay for those vets to ask those freaking seasoned techs because like they're
they have
like
other things
that's their specialty. Like
we had one doctor who had come from like she did a lot of high volume, high quality spay and neuter. She was in Alabama. So same thing, kind of what you're doing, right? Where she's like, we would do 40, 50 animals a day. Like you just rotate in and out. So then when she went in, Erin cannot.
So because it's so funny. I think of doing 50 PRAAs in a day.
Right. No, I mean,
but I know it's not.
You know, it's like but that's where your right goes to.
It's so funny.
But like she was so well versed in that, but then it like came to general practice and she was like, what are your protocols? What are you guys doing? How do you do this? How do you want to do this? And it was like just being able to kind of like walk them through that steps. And we had talked about it on the same thing, the R.I.P. Erin episode. That
we missed you.
We missed you
guys
so
were
much.
Planning my funeral. You kicked me off the podcast.
I know. We missed you so much.
It's all coming around.
It's all coming full circle. But
I really just wanted that funeral.
It was like I never expected that as a technician to have doctors actually rely on you, right? Like you're just like, I'm just a tech, right? And like Then you have doctors and you're like, whoa, wait,
Yeah,
what are we
it's
doing?
really-
This is cool.
yeah.
I think I hear that all the time, and I'm always saying, just take the just out of it.
Yeah.
You're not just anything.
Yeah.
And, like, because I find myself saying, oh, I'm just the tech. But,
I know I say it all the time.
Yeah.
and I, don't do that. But then I do it all the time.
What was your moment, Jen?
Well, hearing Julia talk about being a mentor, educator, teacher, with a baby tech that
Sorry.
Our drinks, whenever we pour our drinks, it always sounds like someone's peeing.
that seems like later in my technical career, I felt like that is definitely something that that resonates. Like when I was teaching all these incoming, like it was a med team at the Marine Center, and we would interview and we'd bring on a certain number of students or volunteers that got to participate in the med team, and I was the teacher, right? And so that felt like, okay, hey, like, okay, wow. So
I know what
now,
I'm talking about.
now I'm the technician, and so that's one. But like originally, it's imposter syndrome so big, but it was when I ultimately ended up running a floor. I was doing affordable spay and neuter, and we had our 30 surgeries lined up, and it was maybe one of my first shifts where I ran the floor.
Nice.
And I was like, wow,
I got this.
Like we were done.
Yeah.
And we it was
Everything went
super
right.
smooth, and like
was
everybody was, everybody was happy, and people got to do things that they didn't do before. And it was just like this sparkly, shiny shift that I was like,
I did it.
that was me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so in my resume, I went from like veterinary technician to floor supervisor. And
Right.
I was
Love that.
like, ooh, it gives me goosebumps now. Like,
Yeah.
it was just such a cool transition to understand that all the work and all the studying and all the practice like it was right there.
Yeah.
And I used them all.
Yeah.
Like there was troubleshooting a catheter that somebody couldn't get in, and there was troubleshooting anesthesia that somebody was monitoring, and it was like all these things that I was like, ooh, see, I got goosebumps again. Yeah, it was so between the educating and pushing up the baby techs and going from baby tech to like leader.
Yeah.
I think those are pretty powerful
I think that
steps.
too, like, so with me, I think we've talked about this before. So like I learned by trial by fire. Like you're sink or swim, baby. Like that was me. So like I think when I first went to the shelter, like they just stuck me in surgery, which is fine, whatever. But I had like another tech. So like I was just kind of shadowing, and then like they gave me a week with this tech.
You're like, do
and
it.
then they're like, all right, it's
all you.
doing
Here
it
you
by
go.
yourself. And I was like,
Nope.
You think I can't?
yeah. So
Wait,
I mean,
what?
so like the first like week, don't get me wrong. I mean, like I said, I can do a lot of animals, but I think then I was like 22, which is still like
A lot.
a lot.
still
compared,
Yeah, but
you know?
not your greatest.
And so,
right?
but so
yeah.
like that week, I was like, oh, okay, I did it. All right, no one died.
right.
Yeah.
No one got bit.
Right.
Like everyone's okay. And then like week by week it was like, all right,
Little
here's
better.
25,
Getting
here's
momentum.
26, you know, and like everything was going
and you got more and more
smooth.
comfortable. And,
Yeah, my big thing that I always tell techs or like the baby techs was I could not intubate a fucking cat for my life. For my life.
They're not super
No,
straightforward.
they're hard. Yeah.
They're not
Cats
little
suck.
bastards.
Yeah.
Right?
I was like, what was that?
This is a cat.
Yeah. I know. That's what I was looking at too. Yes.
This is the spasm.
This is their spasm.
That's our laryngeal spasm.
Oh my god, that was
Sorry, I didn't mean
No,
to.
we both all were just like, there's is that animal?
Everybody's awake now. Sorry about that.
And so when I had to do that,
Oh, you scared
and, like,
Biscuit.
Sorry, Biscuit.
Oh,
Oh, it's okay, little nugget.
She's stretching.
But like having to do a nice smooth day and then having to intubate cats on my own, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my
You
god.
did it.
I
You
did
did
it.
it.
I did it. And now I'm like, I can do this with my eyes closed, like with my
Right?
left hand, like
But that's I also I tell students all the time. Like there's of course going to be a time where you're like,
Oh,
oh my
yes.
god, I can't do this.
I
And you're
can't
like,
do this.
oh, it's so easy. Like how like you go from that, and I can't tell you when it happens. It just happens.
Well, for me, it's like snowboarding. Like it's snowboarding was like once you get that really big fall and you freaking like want to die, you're like you get it. And that was me. Like
Well,
for
lucky
me,
you.
100%.
Lucky you.
Oh, I hit my head so hard, and then I was like, and the next thing I got up and I was like, oh,
Now I get it.
Wow,
Maybe it was the head.
Yeah, knock some I was like,
Oh my God, I still biff it when I snow.
yeah. I was like,
I'm terrified
dislocated my
falling.
shoulder and still can't snowboard. So, I mean, I can barely snowboard.
You didn't have the one big fall and then
It got better? No, not for me.
I think going back to when you guys were talking about like getting on the floor for the first time or like running a floor for the first time, we had a sister hospital and everybody was like, oh, they need help, this and that. So I went up, they had just transitioned to go paperless. And I spent a whole summer up there training for the paperless system, just showing them how we did things to see if we could maybe help them be a little bit more efficient and effective. And then I realized too, like, it wasn't just my hospital that I could like thrive in, that I could go to other hospitals and thrive. So it wasn't,
Yeah.
right. It
practice
wasn't,
manager by any, like,
huh?
why aren't you a practice manager?
I don't know. I honestly had such a bad taste in my mouth after
The
Yeah.
corporate?
after corporate that I had to get out. But I'm definitely having FOMO right now of being in a clinic all the time.
Yeah.
Like I'm at the shelter. It's not enough. It's enough to like do some, but I'm definitely having FOMO right now of like, and Sarah,
it's
who
so
is
little. It's such a little.
it is, and like,
shelter is
and we were
so
doing
different.
chemo and
Yeah.
big things, and we would do like mini orthopedic surgeries, and we were doing splenectomies all the time, and I don't know. I just felt like we did so much that I'm like, I don't know. The shelter's just not enough,
Yeah.
I get
you
it.
know. But like, I don't know that I want to walk into somebody else's shit show,
Yep.
you know. And
That's
like,
like the reality. It was like we all think like, oh, maybe I could jump into a clinical hours and stuff. And I was like, nope.
yeah,
I
it's
said I'm doing it. I'm doing it on Friday, and I'm scared shitless.
Where
Oh,
are you
yeah.
jumping
what are you
in?
doing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into GP for a day to kind of help out one of these
For relief?
doctors. That I really love this doctor. And
Okay.
I love her medicine.
Yeah.
I think I texted you it.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Yes. And I'm just like, I'm like shitting my pants a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, I went there to do like a little shadow. I was like, I'll count those pills because I'm like, at least I know how to do that.
Yeah, see, and that's because like I thought about doing like relief and stuff because I'm like I could go anywhere. But I remember when we had relief techs, like we would just stick them on dentals.
Yeah.
Yes.
like, I don't
And
wanna
that's what I'm
walk-
hoping that they're gonna do.
See,
Put me in the
that's
back.
But that's what I don't want. I don't want to sit and do dentals
One
all
thing,
day.
yeah.
Like, but for us, it was like we're not going to train you the system in a day.
Right.
We're not going to teach you our protocols in a day. So the best thing we could do is just knock something out,
You do.
put you on a dental. You're kind of occupied for a little bit, and then
You're out of our hair.
right,
And you know what you're doing.
right,
with
and you can
it.
at least do
Yeah.
that. But like, I don't know.
I think that's why like everybody's talking about like jump in on relief, and I'm so not on board because I don't know that I'd enjoy not having the ability to do the things that I have done in the past because I'm
Right.
not a part of their practice.
I
right.
think it different for me. The relief was different when I went to GP versus specialty.
Okay.
In specialty, they were like
Protocols, I
do
feel
all
like
the
are-
treatments. You don't have to see clients. You don't have to do estimates. Just do all the treatments.
Great.
Great.
And I feel like
Perfect.
the protocols for that, like surgery stuff, is pretty much
The same. Yeah.
And I think that's for me, like going from the high spay neuter clinics. Yeah, I'm dealing with different drugs, but
Right.
the end goal is spay or neuter an
yeah.
animal.
Right.
And so it's nice that like thank God I've had the places where like my one place I built that protocol.
Right.
Like my doc was like, and they're asking the other place that I haven't gone to in a while. She kept asking like the doctor, and then the doctor would be like, Julia, what do we do? And I'd be like, we're doing this. And so
Yeah.
then the other tech was just like, okay. And I'm like, thanks, I got you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So yeah, so like, but the other places, like their protocols are pretty much. I mean, like I said, it's the same end goal.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just like a little twist here or there. So
Yeah.
kind of nice. But I did like building my own.
Yeah, and I think like you kind of, especially with like being a tech, you have people that you trust, like that
Yes.
are
I
in
think
the back
that was
with
the
you. Whether
hardest,
like,
yeah.
I really
Yeah.
trust you to restrain, or I
Oh, I've
know
had those
you're going to be
people,
able to
100%.
intubate
Yeah.
anything. I know you are going to have perfect X-ray positioning every single time. And I think so. We always tell our students that's like so many people like don't focus on restraint, and they're just like, it's just restraint. But like,
Like,
man,
that's the
having a solid
foundation.
restrainer, like
Makes a huge-
you're hitting a
I tell
vein
them
every
that.
single time. Like,
I tell my students I'm only as good as the person restraining. So
Yes.
get good at restraint, and you're going to get pulled into everything.
yes.
thing.
Well, and it's funny too, because like someone made one of our, we had an extern come in, and they had made a comment of like, well, I don't know. This girl just tried to hit a vein a couple times and she couldn't hit it. And then G was like, well, who's restraining? And she was like, I was. And G was like, you're the problem.
You're the problem.
Yeah.
It's all about the restraint.
And I was like,
Whoopsie. It's rude, but it's true.
Yeah.
Like, and then I think that sometimes
Yeah.
they think that if there's like, if nobody lets them know that they're not doing it properly or effectively, they're going to keep on doing it the same way.
Yes. With everything.
You know?
Like, if I'm doing it wrong, you have to tell me. Otherwise, I'm just be like, okay, I guess.
And a lot of times they don't know what they don't know. So
Right.
it's up to us.
Well, I mean, it's funny too, because like even at the shelter, I'm like, oh my God, you know those veins that you can see from like a mile away, and you're like, oh great.
Oh, don't say anything.
And then I don't say anything, right? But then I can't hit it to save my life, and I look, and they don't want to restrain because they think it's mean.
It's hurting them.
Yeah.
Right. They don't understand the
These are all
concept of like
volunteers.
the jugular moves when the head moves.
Yeah.
So they're just like letting these dogs flail everywhere. And they're like, did you have to poke that dog twice? I'm like, yeah, I did.
because they didn't get.
Because they're not being held properly. Right. But it's like these bonds, the trauma bonding, right, in the hospital is real.
Yeah.
And I think being a successful tech, like you have a successful team around you.
Yes.
You have people that you trust around you.
Right.
The other part of this was like, you know, there was the realities and like moments of the job. But something that I found that was kind of interesting, that burnout rates. So according to NAFTA, more than 70% of vet techs experience burnout within their first 5 years.
Yeah. I think we mentioned like way back in the beginning, and I was just like floored, like 5 years.
Yeah.
Sad.
That's when all of us were like, oh my God, like cumulatively we have like 80 years.
80
in
years.
Right.
this, and it's like,
But that
I hit
also
15.
right on.
Did you? Congratulations.
I don't know for
they s-
congratulating.
the
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
like for that's the same like results that I saw. The main reason was because techs weren't being utilized.
Right.
That was like the main. Yes, pay. Yes, the schedule. But
Yeah.
the main reason was that techs felt that they had more potential, and that the hospitals or doctors weren't utilizing.
Weren't utilizing them well enough.
So that is also a huge part of it. You know,
Yeah.
like being able to.
Oh my
use
God, our
your
doctors
skills.
almost like overutilized.
Yeah.
us.
Like,
They
I'm
were
not a
like, wait, what?
doctor. I'm not a, remember? I can do that, but I shouldn't be
You
doing
might
that.
think I might be one, but I'm not.
I know you want me to be one, so you don't have to do all this, but like, I'm not. Something too that I was thinking about, a case that I was thinking about. I don't know if you guys have had these, where when you just have a patient who was dropped off ADR, right? Super basic. So the receptionist put in
doing right.
ain't doing right.
And it's real.
It's a real thing.
So
my favorite sweatshirt.
I
love it. I love
I
it.
love it. You have the cute ADR sweatshirt that I really want.
Yeah.
And we had it, and so we had a couple emergencies coming in and out, and I was like, I'm just gonna go check this ADR cat really quick, just for fun. And I started reading the record, and it was like straining to urinate, spending a lot of
Like,
just
I know what's wrong with this.
yeah. And I was like, I was probably, and I went and I remember I grabbed the cat and I just went like this just to grab it.
Bladder.
Hard as a rock. I mean,
Oh,
like,
God.
like I was at that point, you know, where you're like, oh my God, if I touch this
is
any
gonna
harder, it's gonna
burst.
rupture.
Oh man.
But I went and got a doctor, and I was like, hey, I think we're blocked. And I had like already set up for,
Yeah.
you know, to catheterize
Like
and
it
do all this
could.
and that.
Yeah.
Because they were in a room, and I'm like, okay, so I'll give them 2 more minutes in the room. I'll set up and they can come back and we can just knock it out
And
and
then I
go.
will be catheterizing the cat because we're taking too long.
Yeah.
Yes. But
Or
those are the
minimally
moments where
do,
you're
a
like,
cyst over
ooh,
the
Yeah.
pressure.
where like you need your
used to be afraid
text.
of
And everybody was like,
rupture.
why are you getting out this cat now? And I'm like,
Something's wrong.
something, well, one, it's ADR. So the client, and I feel like ADRs are almost emergencies to me too, because
Yeah.
you
You
don't
never-
really
you don't
know what
know.
you're getting.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be as simple as like a foxtail in the paw and they're limping, or it can be
I haven't
blocked
eaten for
cats or
10
like,
years, for 10
right.
years. Yeah.
And it just started
It
yesterday.
just started yesterday. But
See, that's
Something's
what I
not
don't
right.
miss in
Something's
GP.
not
Like
right.
with GPs, I'm like, oh
Yeah.
well, I think there's a lot of ish right now being talked to on vet med because of prices and because of the corporate buyouts.
Oh, it's
like
huge.
I started, of course, I like paused on a Frenchie page. So now my whole algorithm
Oh, no.
is Frenchie owners. And the amount of Frenchie owners, and I had to stop responding because Greg's like, you're so
nowhere.
angry.
Yeah.
But I'm like, the amount of Frenchie owners that are online looking for advice
Trolling.
from anybody other than a
God.
veterinarian.
Or the
is
amount that they've spent on their Frenchie.
right is
refuse to spend
fucking
on vet.
mind blowing.
Anything on
It's
it.
insane. But they're like, what can I do besides going to my vet? And I always respond, go to your fucking vet.
Yeah.
Go to the vet. Like, I understand prices are high. We're not trying to gouge you for your money, but maybe we can control these allergies
Right.
with a pill. Well, the pills are poison.
Right.
Like, you're never going to win. The vaccines cause cancer. This, that, da, 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 da. And it's like,
Yeah, but have you heard like people not vaccinating their dogs for rabies, and there's like countless cases in
right.
Oklahoma that are from
In America. In flippin' America. Like, this is
animals.
crazy.
That's
they're
insane.
dropping in Alabama, they're airdropping rabies vaccines.
They're doing the oral pill. Yeah.
This is the
In Alabama?
They're airdropping rabies vaccines.
So we talked to someone in
That's so scary.
well, I mean, so we talked to someone who
What
goes to
the
Mumbai,
actual
right?
F?
And they do that in Mumbai, right?
That's what I mean. In Mumbai,
You're
that
like,
makes
this
sense.
is
Right.
Alabama.
Right, this is
Alabama.
Alabama.
Mumbai.
It's wild.
Well,
It's
sorry
absolutely
for
crazy.
people.
Sorry, I know I digress.
No, but
You live in
but it's
all
also like
Alabama.
it's like the parvo. It's like parvo vaccines. Like you guys have clearly never dealt. Well, and parvo treatment has gotten a little bit better, right?
Yeah. The monoclonal
NFIP,
things.
like
Right.
Yeah.
I just did the vaccine lecture, and so we're going through all these deadly diseases, and I'm like, silver lining, Parvo has a new treatment that's really effective. It's very
Right.
expensive, but it's effective. And then silver lining, we have treatment from Canada that can help cure FIP.
Yeah.
And so all these things make the diseases less scary, but it doesn't make the vaccines any less important.
Right.
Just because we can cure it, that's money. Like, why don't you
Yes.
do your $15 vaccine?
But also, it isn't
and then you don't have to.
guaranteed.
No, it's
Guaranteed.
not.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Nothing's guaranteed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But-
No, I mean, like the treatment's not guaranteed to cure them either.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. Like, so vaccine.
There are results that
yeah.
it has cured, but it's not guaranteed that
Yeah.
it will be
Right.
your cat.
Right.
Right. And also, I mean, are we like at the beginning, like, did your parvo test just turn positive? You barely have any symptoms? Or is this a dog that's lateral,
Yeah.
pale, not eating, vomiting, all the
Blood everywhere.
all the things, right? And now we're like coming in with this treatment that,
You know.
Whereas,
Right.
like, vaccines are almost prevented. Like,
right.
well,
that's-
almost 100%.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
like you
Almost,
cannot
yeah.
get the disease with $15, or you can
Right.
drop a couple grand and try to cure it, and
maybe, yeah.
maybe, they
And
would get
maybe.
it. Yeah.
I mean, there's
Hey,
so many
vaccinate.
low cost vaccine places out there, and like they just had World Rabies Day, right? Where like a lot of clinics were doing it for free.
Yeah,
But it's like
Yeah.
we don't
Because
need,
it's smart.
We don't
You don't
have
want to
rabies.
deal with rabies.
And no,
No.
and
Yeah.
humans?
No.
Yeah. No, not. Definitely not.
Sorry, another digression.
So for,
Specialties.
do you guys want to do our mini science break?
Always.
Sure.
All right. So our mini science break that we're doing is, I just thought it was fun because it was anesthesia related.
Oh God, Erin.
So this is going to be Erin's
Jam.
Erin's jam.
Hopefully.
I know.
might make myself look like a
No, no, you'll be fine. So this one is let's talk anesthesia. When a patient goes under, their temperature can drop a full degree every how many minutes?
like. There's a scientific
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
No idea.
Every so
5 minutes, but
I
like
said
Probably
5.
10.
Oh, okay.
So it's every 10 minutes.
Dang it.
If they're not being actively warmed. So that's why everybody always obsesses over warmers, blankets, bear huggers. It also hypothermia also slows recovery and messes with drug metabolism, which we know. Studies show that up to 80% of vet patients experience some degree of hypothermia under
Oh,
anesthesia.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
well, that's the whole anesthesia, like monitoring is all like temperature is one of the core things that we
Yes.
need to make sure
Yeah.
we're maintaining.
Yeah.
A lot of it's during recovery too. I think
Yeah.
a lot of it,
Yes.
at least for me, like
With a tank.
the HQHV is like the recovery part.
Yeah.
Because like our prep and surgery is so quick, like that's with like cat, it's like within 10 minutes that
Right.
the cat is on the table, off the table. But then if their recovery is taking so long,
Yeah.
and so like with my like I'm like watching the people doing the recovery. I'm like put a blanket over it. I don't
Yeah.
care. You can see it breathe through the blanket. Put that blanket
Yeah.
over it. You
Right.
can put the thermometer, lift it up, like. And like no one understands, like no one puts a blanket on them. I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
oh
No.
my
What?
god! Like,
No.
and every
No,
time I
that's
go
not
back,
right.
I freaking
Yeah.
cover it. I'm like, leave this blanket on these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the top
Leave the blanket
What are the
on
top
thing.
6 key parameters during anesthesia that you're monitoring?
SpO2.
Heart rate,
Heart rate,
SpO2,
Respiratory
EKG,
rate.
rest rate.
Blood pressure.
Temperature.
and titles, CO2.
Yeah.
Vital. Temperature.
yeah.
Did you say 6?
Yeah, so heart rate and
It could
rhythm.
be like 10 parameters.
I know, right? Heart rate and
really
rhythm,
mon-
I mean, I'm also
respiratory.
monitoring
Yeah.
their jaw tone, their
Yeah.
their eyes,
Yeah, their-
eye
physical.
positioning.
Yeah, I was gonna say eye positioning,
Mucous
pupils.
membrane color.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk about our vitals and burnout, so our bodies literally produce too much cortisol and adrenaline for too long.
Did you say batteries?
Body,
Yeah,
did I?
like
Our
bodies and
bodies, it is. Our bodies
batteries.
literally produce too much cortisol and adrenaline for too long, frying our stress circuits.
Oh.
So
It's
that's
called
fun.
toxic stress. So it's like chronic
Yeah.
long-term response. Like your body stays at that chronic long-term
like
response
in-
to stress. And
Yes.
you physiologically become
Dead.
dead.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
start to have, symptoms of all kinds of physical symptoms.
Yeah. Well, that's so the whole point is
Headaches.
like, even if you love your job, that's why you still can be like foggy, exhausted, and not really like fully enjoying it because you're
physically
you're
GI
fried.
stuff, ulcers.
So the way I like that it worded this, it said, while your brain is doing Olympic level multitasking, you're balancing vitals,
We're
drugs.
Olympians.
Huh? We are. Drugs and empathy while covered in fur and poop. You're not just a vet tech, you're a living, breathing medical instrument.
Oh,
Which I like that too.
Say in anesthesia, the most important monitor is you.
You
know?
I think that is so
Oh, yeah.
true though.
Yeah.
I mean, trust me, I love
Oh, yeah.
our life window that we had, right? But I feel like
But,
before the machine shows
let's
anything.
say those probes aren't working like you like. So what are
Right.
you gonna do? Check the probe first? No, you're gonna check the pet first.
Right.
Like make sure you get your baseline values, know your pet is okay, and then troubleshoot those things.
Right.
I had one doctor that got really angry with me, and we were monitoring, and something was happening with the EKG. And it was alarming. And I put my stethoscope in, ready to get a heart rate and listen. And she's like, no, you don't do that first. You fix that.
No.
And I was
No.
like, I
Absolutely not,
agreed to
lady.
disagree. Like, I am not going to check on a monitor before I check on my patient.
No, and you can.
Like, do you want a pet alive at the end
I
of
know,
this?
it's like-
Because I also feel like too, you can kind of finagle where you're like messing with stuff with a stethoscope on. Just
Yeah.
get it in,
Absolutely.
get it placed,
One-handed,
get
yes.
ears on it, and then you can start.
Yeah, but
to
she
do what
was
you have
like,
to do.
you always move the machine first. And I
No!
was like, no, we do not.
I
always.
know.
I don't know what. I don't know.
Which is why doctors don't do anesthesia.
yeah.
Well, the first
I will say I disagree with
even
that.
the first thing I do, because I mean, like I said, like we're doing spays and neuters,
Right.
Is I'm looking at either the uterine horns that are
Yeah,
out or the
yeah.
freaking the cord,
what
because I'm
part
like,
of surgery,
hey,
yeah.
like that
Where
looks
we
pink
at?
from here.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm already like, because I'm coming in hot, and then I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
Okay, like of course I'm not gonna be like, okay, let me just grab a coffee and then go.
Yeah, right.
But I'm
Yeah.
just like,
yeah.
okay, like it's just a little less
Yeah.
alarming, so I kind of know it's the
Yeah.
machine, but.
Well, that makes a
Yeah.
good technician if you know what you're looking for.
Or when your SpO2 is like riding at like 99, 100, no problem, and then you know their gums and everything gets super dry, or their tongue gets
Yeah.
really dry, and then all of a sudden it drops down to like 91, and everybody starts panicking and trying to do stuff. You're like,
Here's some water.
right,
Yeah.
like here's
Check
a
the
syringe full of
color,
water. Like
Everything
let's
else is
CRT.
fine. Yeah.
right,
And
like
then
clearly if they were
troubleshoot
sitting at 91, we would have other things happening, like our entitled CO2.
I
like
mean, sometimes like I would be walking around surgery and that machine has like nothing on it. Like
yeah.
And I just be like, all right, well, my pet's alive. They're doing fine. I got to open these instruments. And then the doctor be like, what's going on with the pet? I'm like, it's fine. I've got it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, don't
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We euthanized on the table, and we kept our machines hooked up,
Well, that'd be interesting.
and we had our EKG running for 7 minutes
Yep.
after
That's crazy.
we auscultated no heartbeat,
Yeah.
because you still have all the electrical currents and pulses and everything kind of timing up.
crazy.
And we sat there and we timed it, and it was 7 minutes that it was still
That's so
Which is, like,
reading.
the
interesting.
point.
But then you put
Working
the
out.
freaking dental probe on it, and it's like like going nuts, and you're like, God damn it.
But that's the
But-
perfect reason why you don't rely on your
Yeah,
machines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Machines can lie.
yeah. And I think
What?
I mean, I think they're a great tool, right? But do I think it's like
yes.
end all
No,
be all
but
by
no.
like
And
no
don't
means.
get me wrong, I'm not really into doing anesthesia without the machines. Like I
Right.
don't want to do that.
No.
Right.
Like, I want those machines.
They're
there.
great.
Well, I mean, I feel like we had one doctor who like loved a good blood pressure more than anything, but would literally have you stop a dental if like the machine stopped picking.
Oh.
I feel like our life window was so finicky with blood pressures. But the animal had already been under for like 2 hours because we're doing all these extractions, and then she'd be like, "Okay, everybody needs to stop everything until I get an adequate blood pressure." And you're like, "Okay,
Doesn't really
fair."
help the patient under it.
Right, but I could also be done in like 5 to 10 minutes instead of dicking around for the next
Keeping
10 to
them on.
15
Right.
trying to get a blood pressure.
Yeah,
like,
that is lowering their blood pressure.
right. And if we're not
Right.
getting a blood pressure for 10 minutes, like, isn't it easier just to
to stop,
finish and just
finish,
kind
yeah.
of like,
Finish,
Yeah,
yeah.
call it a day.
but that was like her one indicator for everything was like blood pressure, and,
Yeah.
and I get it.
Whatever, you can have that.
Yeah.
but, like
But like, do we have to pause?
then tell her to get
Someone
like
else
a
and
Doppler
get-
and do
Right.
it
Yeah,
without
so she
the
can hear it.
oscillometrics.
Yeah.
so that she
Right.
can hear it.
Well, and she'd be like, but then
Dopplers
it's
are
not
fun.
consistent. And you're like, yes. Oh my God, that thing.
I hate Dopplers.
I,
Can you hear anything?
right. And then,
Totally.
or you get it and then it's like
And then-
perfect.
And somebody breathes and it's
Yeah, it's like, and then it goes back to it. Oh my God, Jen, see, that's something else we should have done when we did our game night.
Well,
A
we're
sound.
gonna do it.
We're gonna do it again.
Okay.
I ordered the cards.
Excellent.
Oh, good.
So they are coming. We have to get Julia out of here because she has to go back to work.
Boo.
We all have
So
jobs,
everybody,
unfortunately.
Erin was the only one off today. Rolled in and
But I work Saturdays.
ew, boo.
so she earns her-
So you
she
earn your
also
Monday
worked
off.
yesterday too.
I did work yesterday.
Ew, Erin.
She did too.
So did I.
I didn't.
Ugh, yeah, no.
I mean, it was
We worked.
worked.
Okay.
It
All
was
right.
at the
As long as you
vaccine
used air
clinic.
quotes for
I-
it and you aren't like
The
exhausted, I'll
hardest part
take
is
it.
getting up.
Yes.
That's the
Yeah,
hardest part.
it's real early.
But then once you're there, it's fine.
It wasn't too bad.
No.
Well, for Tech Week, so this had a fun little spiel that I would say. So it says, the truth is, being an RVT is brutal, beautiful, and unbelievably important. We are the quiet heroes who hold it all together.
Quiet.
No, not us. We are the
Maybe not
loud
me on
heroes
this group.
We're the
who
loud
hold it all together. The science, the emotion, the chaos, the compassion. So to every tech listening, thank you.
Thank you.
For every paw print you've held, every syringe you've drawn, every moment you've held it together when the world felt like it was falling apart. Here's to the vet techs, the heart of veterinary medicine. The ones covered in fur, fueled by caffeine, and powered by love. We appreciate you.
We do.
We appreciate.
So,
Yes.
in honor of Vet Tech Week, cheers to all the vet techs out there. We
Yes.
appreciate
Keep
you.
going.
Yes.
Keep going.
You
Keep
can do it. We
yeah,
need you.
We
Yeah.
do. We need you in this field more than
The
ever.
pets need you.
Yes. More importantly, not only do we need you,
Yeah,
but the pets
Biscuit
need you
really
too.
needs you.
Look
Yeah,
at-
Biscuit,
she
I
needs
know.
it. She needs it.
We did have our special. She didn't even get a little intro today.
That's right.
But Biscuit found her spot on the couch and she's
How dare
chilling.
you? How dare you wake me?
She's like, I can't believe you just touched me. So
I know.
anyway, cheers. Bye.
Bye.